Okay.
말씀 미워야지.
Okay.
Hi, USANA family. My name is Tang. I'm a registered acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner, and also I'm a professor of medicine and nutrition, cellular nutrition specialist. And about 6.5 years ago, because of my health issue, I start to get involved in USANA because actually lots of health issues bother me. Some of them even bother me for more than 20 years. So one of my friends, she also is my colleague, worked in the same medical school. One day she told me, she said, "Hi, Dr. Tang, actually you need some supplement." When she told me I need supplement, I was shocked. I said, "Why do I need supplement? I'm eating every day. Isn't food can give me supplement, give me nutrition?" He said, "If you can get enough nutrient from the food, how can you suffer so much symptoms?" Because at that time, I had a very severe constipation for over 20 years. And they have very severe headache, back pain, muscle cramp, and for more than 7 years. Plus hot flash, sweating, like mood swing, and so on and so forth. Really bothers me. But when I go to see a doctor, the doctor told me nothing wrong. So then it made me very annoying, okay? So then when Dr. Guo told me I should take some supplement, I think maybe I should give it a try. You should give it a try. Because since I use so many ways to solve my problem, still cannot solve my problem. So then I think that's, I should give it a try. So ever since I give it a try, my symptoms slowly and gradually disappear, especially my bowel movement. Within 1 week, my bowel movement is back to normal. I can go to the washroom even 2-3 times a day. Until now, I still go 2-3 times a day. And every time it's very full. But before I take USANA supplement, I only went to washroom 1 time a week, although have to use laxatives. So it really bothers me, okay? And because of that caused a lot of complication. So then, ever since I see the health benefit of USANA, I start to apply USANA supplement to my clinical practice and helping a lot of people to improve their health condition. And recently, because of COVID-19, a lot of people stay at home, have nothing to do. So then I start to keep in touch with my friends around the world. Some people maybe in China, in Hong Kong, or maybe in the United States, in different places, or Australia. When I contact with them, a lot of people is telling me they start to feel the memory is not as good as before, or very hard to focus. So some people, they speak Chinese, some people, they speak English. So since tonight I don't have a very special arrangement, I think it's a good idea to talk about this topic. And so that's the reason I'm talking about that, like how to improve the brain functions with USANA CoPaprime tonight. Okay, and so before I talk about the product, how to improve our brain function, let's see these few pictures. Is it familiar for you in your life? Have you ever think about, oh, I want to make a phone call from my friend, but suddenly you cannot record the phone number? Or when you see the pictures from maybe a couple of years ago, some special event, maybe someone's birthday, you cannot recall, oh, when does this happen? Where this happens, right? Or when you want to read a book, and you used to, it's a very fast reader. You can read, like finish the book maybe in 1 day. But now, even just 1 page, it takes you more than a couple minutes or even half hour. Still cannot finish 1 page. Or when you go to go shopping or go somewhere, you park the car in the parking lot. Then when you come out, you are looking for the car. So, oh, where do I park my car? Or maybe when you face with some situation, it's hard for you to make a decision. If any of this case happens, that means you have something is called brain fog. So you suddenly feel blind, cannot remember something very familiar. Also, it's indicated your brain cells is complaining. They tell you you got to take care of the brain cells, okay? Otherwise, the brain is on strike. Or sometimes, when do you have this experience? It's, oh my God, I can't see anything now. I cannot see clearly now. That happens for me a couple of years ago before I taking some supplement. A few times when I went to, in the evening, my daughter, she walked in the shop at drama. I need to go to pick up her after finish work at midnight. The few times I almost hit someone when I drive the car. So because I just couldn't see the blind spot. That's quite dangerous, right? So then after taking the supplement, actually slowly and gradually, my vision is getting better. Thanks for USANA. So then if your vision is not as good as you expect, there also something wrong in the body. Then what's wrong? Okay, actually, any problem happens in your body, including for your brain, and it's the cells problem. Dr. Marvins, the founder of USANA company, USANA Cellular Nutrition Company, he said, cells is the fundamental unit of life, and proper cellular function is the essence of health. Any problem is because of cells. Only when your cells are healthy, human body will be healthy. So then what is the essential nutrition our body needs? Every single cells in our body, just like one house or one manufacturing in the world, right? So because they have lots of function, okay? And in order to make sure the cells in a good condition, you need to have a good combination, the right combination of water, carbohydrate, protein, fat acid, vitamins, minerals, and fibers. The same as you build in a house, you need to have a right combination of different materials to build a good house. Right? So then, when our body's 75 trillion cells are healthy, you're healthy because cells are the function unit of the body. Ask yourself, what are you doing today to create a healthy you? Do you eat healthy? You see, today my topic is about how to improve the memory, right, and cognitive function. So let's see what our brain needs. Our human brain cells, they contain 100 billion neurons. And these neurons, they need the right combination of nutrients. And these nutrients comes from the food, right? Some food can boost your brain function. We call the brain booster. Some food can damage your brain's function. We call the brain buster, right? You see it from this picture, or like all those junk food and the very high calorie food. So if you take too much, they also bust yourself, the brain cells. And then the right combination of them vegetables and fruits and meat and eggs and so on. Actually, they are the brain booster. So let's reviewing what kind of food can boost your memory. Diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, fish, healthier fat or herbs or seeds, they can provide a brain boosting memory function. Why? Look at the fruit. Okay. Clinical study has indicated berries are antioxidant powerhouse. They can protect the brain from oxidative damage, preventing premature aging and memory impairing dementia. Especially blueberry, they are particularly rich source of anthocyanin and other flavonoids that can improve your brain function. Grapes is full of resveratrol, and also that is a very good memory booster compound. And especially corn-cob grapes, they are rich in polyphenols. They are a brain-assisting antioxidant. Watermelon has a very high concentration of lycopene. That is another very powerful antioxidant. And also it's a very good source of pure water that is beneficial to like the moisturize, give your brain, like promote brain blood circulation, make sure your brain is healthy. And even under the mild case of dehydrate, then the watermelon can reduce the mental energy. So that the dehydration can reduce mental energy and impair memory. Another brain booster is avocado. Avocado is a fruit rich in monosaccharide fat, okay, which can improve brain functions by helping to improve the brain blood cholesterol level, and also especially if you consume in a moderate amount as a regular basis, it will help to improve the brain blood circulation and also improve the memory. Vegetable, especially beets and dark green vegetables, because the beets contain lots of nitrate that can help to dilate the blood vessels, promote the brain blood circulation. And dark leafy green vegetable, they have a lot of antioxidants that also contain lots of vitamin C that can help to reduce the age-related memory loss. And also green leaf vegetables are very rich in folate that can improve the memory by decrease inflammatory change and improve the blood circulation to the brain. Whole grain and legumes. So there are example of compressed carbohydrate. So we need the carbohydrate to give our brain glucose and supply enough energy to the brain. And compressed carbohydrate are preferred brain food because they can provide a slow, sustained supply of glucose. And also they take longer time to metabolize and have a higher rich of folic acid that is a memory boosting B vitamins. Seafood, like fatty fish, like salmons, sardines, and the kippers and so on. They're very high rich in like omega-3, and clinical studies have shown omega-3 can improve the memory when you're eating like the 2 times a week at least. That can help to improve your memory. Okay, also seafood, shellfish food, like shellfish. Okay, for example, oysters, mussels, and clams, and so on. They are good sources of vitamin B12, and which is also can prevent memory loss. And then, but when you eat seafood, especially shellfish, better eat in moderate amount. Don't consume too much. Otherwise, you might increase the cholesterol level. And healthy fat, because our brain needs a lot of omega-3, EPA, DHA, and so on, right? So we need a good source of fat. Olive oil, they can provide monosaccharide fat, which will help to reduce the LDL cholesterol level. And so then they can help to protect the brain and heart. And nut, like for example, walnut. When you see the walnut, that look like a brain, right? So because walnut contains very high rich of omega-3 fatty acid, it can lower triglyceride, improve the brain blood circulation, and also help to moderate blood pressure, decrease blood clot. And herbs and seeds, right? Clinical study have shown that coca seed, they are very rich source of flavonoid antioxidant that are especially important to prevent damaging from LDL cholesterol and also protect our blood vessels and reduce the cholesterol, okay, improve memory. And then rosemary and mint, they are same family. And rosemary have been shown to increase blood flow to the brain, improve concentration and memory. And peppermint aroma have been found to enhance the memory too. And sesame seed, they are a very rich source of amino acid tyrosines. They are used to produce dopamine. And dopamine is a very good neurotransmitter responsible to improve your brain function, especially the memory. And also sesame seed are very rich in zinc, magnesium, vitamin B6, and other nutrients that can improve our memory function. Saffron, and clinical has the study if you're taking like two caps, taking the capsules for the 2 cups of saffrons for 16 weeks can prevent significant can present significant better cognitive function and also improve the brain memory. So then you say, that's strange. I'm eating every day. I'm eating all those kind of food you mentioned. Why? I still have some kind of brain disorders. For example, anxiety, depression, sometimes like for example, migraine headache, so memory loss, and so on. Okay, I know some people that are eating very healthy still suffer from Alzheimer's disease, but some people that are eating very healthy still suffer from stroke and multiple sclerosis. Why is that? So then, according to a science study, these days, because of the food we're eating is not the same as years ago, right? In the last 30 years, and because the huge population growth, and then so we need so many farms to build a house or manufacturing, so they have less and less farm to grow vegetables and fruits, and also to grow the animals. So then these days, a lot of animals like chickens and pork and beef, or cows and fish and so on, they are inject hormones and antibiotics, like chemical substances or vaccines. And also, like the vegetable and fruits, they spray a lot of chemicals, and also some of them even GMO, genetic, modified organisms. So all of this can impact our body's health, and also the family structures change. Right now, a lot of families, they're small family, and also they're so busy, have no time to cook as a daily basis. So that's why only rely on eating food, it's hard to get proper nutrients to supply our body, especially our brain. According to health science study, you have to eat approximately 22 calories and spend more than $70 a day to get the same amount of nutrient found in the daily doses of USANA essential. For example, you've got to eat 14 orange to get the same amount of vitamin C, one daily dosage of vitamin D. You've got to eat 80 bananas to get one daily supply of vitamin B6, 5 chickens, 20 large eggs, and a lot of fish, lots of those seafood and so on, vegetables and fruits. Can you eat that much? It is impossible, right? If you put all those foods in your stomach you're broken, like you rupture. So that's why it is impossible just only rely on eating the regular meal to get the right amount of nutrition to nourish our brain. So that's why, in addition of regular eating, we still have to supply at least the most basic cellular nutrition, because it's essential every single day. You see, our brain is very complicated. The brain, they connect with a lot of nerve that control our whole body from head to toes, right? In order to make sure our brain can function properly, we got to make sure we can constantly supply enough nutrient to nourish our brain neuron. So you see, our brain has so many departments. Some of them, so the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, cerebellum, brainstem, temporal lobe. So all of these different parts of the brain, they perform different functions. Let's say, I just name a few of them. The frontal lobe, they are responsible for planning, like problem solving, social skills, personalities, and so on. Parietal lobe is responsible for recognition, sensations, body postures, and then the association between the functions and other lobes, and so on. And the occipital lobe is responsible for vision, right? And the shape and distance. Temporal lobe is responsible for understanding, language, hearing, and so on. And the brainstem is responsible for the basic vital signs, like the breathing, heartbeat, temperature, and so on. And the cerebellum is for balance, for coordination. So that means every different part of the brain, they have different function. That means we also need a different we need a special nutrient to nourish the brain. USANA company, so they have over 100 scientists continuously study what kind of combination of nutrient is beneficial to our brain. And they find out that the established nutrition is called CoPaprime. The USANA CoPaprime is an advanced cognitive supplement formulated to support mental performance and long-term brain health. Because they are powered by intelligent technology and create with a dual approach to cognitive support. They can improve your focus, your memories, and learning process, even though you're under stress. And these are powerful nootropic formulas. They basically is because they contain the right combination of bacopa and mineral, American ginseng, and so to support cognitive function. They can strengthen the neural pathway and maintain the brain health for the most optimal cognitive function as you age. Okay, also have to improve the mental performance for focus and information processing, reaction time, and memory functions and learning process. Okay. Let me mention a bit more about American ginseng. Okay, this is one of the main ingredients in the CoPaprime. So clinical study have approved American ginseng. They can support healthy brain function in numerous ways. First, they can improve our healthy function of the chronological systems. That is how our brain can convert nutrition choline into acetylcholine. This is very, very important neurotransmitter and send message in nervous system. Can make our brain cells that can communicate much better. Then they can improve our learning abilities, attentions, and also the short-term, long-term memory. And also ginseng is a very, very beneficial antioxidant. They can help to protect a neuron and the transmitter from damage oxidative stress. And American ginseng actually is a herbs. It's herbal medicine. They have been used in Chinese medicine for over thousands of years. And the clinical study have approved they can manage stress, enhance mental clarity, and promote our yin and yang balance. So, and the other two ingredients, so is the bacopa moneri, and also like a coffee fruit extract. So these two ingredients combined together, they are very helpful to make a special key for the brain. It's called intelligent complex to support our brain's functions, because they can promote the brain to produce BDNF, the short term of brain-derived neurotrophic factors. So by promote BDNF, they can enhance the memory, enhance our brain's function. Let me talk about the BDNF. Okay? So BDNF, so it's one of the 4 types of neurotrophic. Okay? So it's a protein. The structure is a protein. Okay? They can control the survival, development, function, and maintenance of the neuron. And BDNF, they can found throughout the brain, especially in this hippocampus. Okay? So by enhance this BDNF, maintain our body in a high level of BDNF level, they can support many significant pathways involved with neuroplastic, including making a new neuron, dendrite, enhance dendrite densities, and also the synapse strengthening and plasticity. Okay, and it sounds like it's very complicated, right? So then look at the brain, the neuron cells. Now, each neuron cells, just like a tree, okay? So they have a root. So and also you call the axon terminal. They have the trunk, we call the axon. They also have the many branches, we call dendrite. So in the brain, we have 100 billion of these kinds of neurons in the brain, highly packed in the brain. Okay, so how do you understand this? And see here, and see the brain neuron. just like of the tree in the forest. Okay, imagine this tree in the forest. Okay, in this forest, they have 600 billions of trees in the forest. When this tree is very small, so the root is very short, also have little branches. So then the tree and tree connect, there's no connection, right? No interconnection. So if you give the right amount of sun, water, soil, fertilizers, so when the tree get the proper nutrient, the root can grow deeper and deeper and deeper. The trunk, the tree can grow taller and taller and taller, right? And also they have more and more branches and leaves and growth. Okay, so then that make the tree, each tree can interconnect with other hundreds of trees under the ground, or also can interconnect with hundreds of thousands of trees above the ground. The same as our brain, okay? In our brain, we have more than 100 billions of neurons, highly compact inside the brain, okay? When this neuron not getting proper nutrient, the neuron will be very small, they shrink, right? They are not growing. So when they're small, the root is very small, and then they don't have so much branches, the dendrite. So that means the neuron, even though there are 100 billion neurons in the brain, they don't have too much interconnection. But when the neuron get proper nutrient, so the neuron can grow longer and bigger, the root can have more and more branches. And then on top, so the dendrite, which is a leaf and the branches, also can grow longer and longer, right? And then more and more. So that means they have one neuron can interconnect with hundreds or even thousands of other neurons. Okay, so how do they connect? Is by synapse. Okay? And how do they communicate? Is by this BDNF. So this kind of neurotransmitter. So when you have enough BDNF, the neuron, they can interconnect much more effectively. So let me summarize. Okay, the CoPaprime is actually a special optimizer for the brain. So it is an easy way to get that daily booster for the brain nutrients for studying or performing your best work. It is designed to support 3 key areas to developing your brains and determine your daily activities. For example, your concentration, learning, retention, and staying cool under pressure. Okay, and active ingredient USANA's CoPaprime, they offer the benefit for your day-to-day life and also can help you keep your brain healthy as you age. And the effect also very quick. The ingredient in the CoPaprime, they have been shown to increase the level of BDNF. So this is special neurotransmitter factors is a protein. So even just in as little as 1 or 2 hours, you can see the effect. When you continue use, it will create an even stronger effect. And research on Bakuba have shown a maximum impact between about 6 to 12 weeks. Okay, so that means in order to make sure your brain function properly, and you've got to have a basic nutrition, and also you also have optimizer. So as I mentioned, our brain, we have 100 billion neurons in the brain. That means we need the right combination of a lot of nutrients to constantly nourish, protect, and renew the brain neuron, right? So then the right combination of nutrients, including carbohydrate, protein, fat acid, vitamins, and minerals, and antioxidants. So then USANA company, they have supplied a very good combination of macronutrient, that is a nutrient meal. They have a very good source of low glycemic index carbohydrate, very good proteins, and very good fatty acid. So that can give our brain can produce a BDNF, right? Because BDNF is a protein. And also, we need the right combination of essential nutrition, like a health pack. Because a health pack, they have 47 combination of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. They are packed in the health pack, and they manufacture with intelligent technology. So that means by taking these, they can nourish, protect, and renew our brain neuron. And in order to allow this nutrient can constantly supply to the brain, we got to make sure the heart can continuously pumping and pump the blood around the blood vessel and supply to the brain. Okay, and then so that's why we need glucagon 100, and that improves the heart function and also improve our mental power. And Bamiga, they have a very good combination of EPA and DHA. They can promote our brain's function. At the same time, they can maintain our blood circulation. And the Profabulan C, so also it's very strong antioxidant. It's a glyphosate extract combined with vitamin C, with high potency vitamin C, so they can improve our brain blood circulations, promote the immune systems, and also they can dilate the blood vessels and renew and repair damaged blood vessels. And when we eat, the food might contaminate by bacteria or virus, or might contaminate by the preservatives or some toxins. So then we need to make sure the liver can continuously metabolize and detox to maintain our carbohydrate, the balanced level of carbohydrate, proteins and fatty acids, and also can detox, prevent toxin goes to the brain. So that's why you need USANA's HEPA+ to nourish, protect, and renew the liver. And as I mentioned in other, like the topic we mentioned, actually the gut is the second brain. When you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy mood, right? So then probiotic will promote so the healthy gut function by promote digestion, enhance your balance microflora in the gut, and also improve immune systems. So then when your gut have a good immunities and a good digestion and absorption functions, so they can produce more serotonin, can maintain our brain function, right? And then of course we need the optimizer for the brain, which is the CoPaprime, and also the Vision Mix, because the eye is the extension of the brain. Then some people ask me, how long should I take this supplement to see the better result? So then let me give you an example. Actually, every single part of the body cells, including our neuron, when they're healthy, just like a brand new house, right? But when this brand new house don't take care properly, slowly and gradually, they will degenerate, right? So it's getting old, the same as our neuron. But you don't realize right away. That means from the new house until the house is damaged, it takes time, right? Maybe it takes about 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or even longer. The same as our brain neurons. So when you don't take the brain neuron properly, then so that the neurons start to degenerate, you start to lose memory, have brain fog, and so on, and then the lack of concentration, loss of mental power, and so on. So that means your brain neuron have been damaged for a long time, but you didn't realize until they start to complain. So then the same concept of this old house, if you want to renovate the old house, turn into a brand new house, you need the right combination of material plus the right, the right tools, also the right technicians, right? Then the same as what you need the right combination of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, and also the carbohydrate, fat, proteins, and so on. Okay, also takes time. So how long does a body to renew and regenerate? Different part of the body cells, they renew and regenerate takes different time, right? For example, our stomach, they're very hardworking. The stomach is like a knife, right? You need to continuously produce a digestive enzyme to promote digestion. So basically, mucous membrane in our stomach, in about 5 days or 1 week, they need to renew and regenerate. And then the liver, about 6 weeks to 6 months, it's a process of renew and regenerate. The bones about 3 months, the blood cells take about 6 months, and then the brain cells take about 1 year. That means you want to see the better result, at least you got to make sure your bone marrow can manufacture the good quality of the blood cells in order to make sure your brain can get a good supply of the blood supply, okay, good quality of blood supply. So that's why we need to take at least 4 to 6 months in order to have a better result. So I hope by now you understand how to combine different combination of nutrition to nourish, protect, and renew the brain neuron and improve your memory. And finally, I want to conclude my presentation with Dr. Mai's vision. Okay, I dream a world free from pain and suffering. I dream a world free from disease. The USANA family will be the healthiest family on earth. Share my vision, love life, and live it to its fullest in happiness and health. Okay, and so hope every person understand how to improve your brain's function, how to improve your memory by combining the healthy eating plus the right combination of nutritional supplement. Thank you.